Hey guys, Megan here, and time for another book review. So, apologize for looking like crap. I am feeling sick, and I don't feel like smothering my face with makeup, only to remove it and have all that chemical smell and ugh. So, no makeup. So, today I'm going to be talking about this. It is The Eternity Cure by Julie Kagawa, and it is book 2 in the Blood of Eden series. And just look at it's such a pretty blue, and I like the branchy, those aren't branches, right? They could be veins, vampires, but it's pretty. I like it. I like the blue. So I'm really liking this series. We pick off a few months after Allie leaves Ziggy, I don't know, and the others off at Eden. She is trying to find Kanan, her sire, who has been captured by this insane vampire and is torturing him. And while she is searching for him, she runs across her blood brother, Jackal. I know Jackal is a bad guy, and he's supposed to be bad, and we aren't supposed to like bad guys, but I really like Jackal. I find his dialogue really amusing, and he makes me laugh. I just feel he is a good comedy relief bad guy, but he's still, a good bad guy, so to speak. So, Allie and Jackal kind of come to this little truce that they would work together to find Kanan, because the vampire who has him is totally insane. He is looking for the cure for ravenism, and that is not... Well, that is good, because they need the cure for ravenism, but... we don't know what he's going to do with the cure, and plus he has Kanan, their sire, and is torturing him, and they gotta save him. So in this, they go back to Allie's old home, and they run into Zeke again, which I find is awesome, because I kind of miss Zeke at that point. And they're trying to find Kanan together, stop the crazy vampire. There's all sorts of crazy stuff happening in the Fringe. A new version of Red Lung is spreading, and if it gets outside the city walls, the whole world is doomed. They won't be able to survive a second plague. So, they gotta save the day. So that's my little synopsis. If you don't want further spoilers, I know I kind of dropped a few here, but they weren't major. I'm gonna stop myself here and go into my more spoilery bit. And yeah, if you have not read this book yet, I highly suggest you go pick it up now, because this series is fantastic, and you're going to want to read this. So, oh my god, Salazar, I wanted to punch in the face. That jerk. Oh my god. Giving Kanan infected blood, so he's infected with this new Red Lung virus that affects vampires too now. So that they have to find Siren, the crazy vamp, and bring him back in alive so Salazar can get the information out of him. Oh my god, I was furious at that. Oh my god, Salazar. And seeing Stick again, we knew he betrayed Allie to the prince in the first book, but just seeing him be a pet and just seemingly have brainwashed himself into thinking Allie was this horrible person despite the fact that she took care of him for years. And I just want to strangle Stick. Oh my god. Zeke and Allie finally get together, and I thought that would annoy me, but surprisingly it didn't. And seeing Kanan weaken as, they go on looking for Siren and everything was, really anxiety-inducing. I was so panicked for him, because I like him. He is a good vampire. I like his character, and I'm just really fond of him, and I didn't want to see him die. I like how they had the cure for this new Red Lung virus, conveniently inside Zeke. I like how we thought he was gonna die, they left him for dead more or less, and then, he comes waltzing in and saves the day, and oh my god. And here we are thinking the ending is going to be all happy, they're going to be going to Eden, because they need vampire blood to test out for the new cure for ravenism, and Zeke wants to bring in Allie since he trusts her not to go on a killing spree, and Kanan wants to come along since ravenism is kinda his fault indirectly, so he wants to atone for that. So, I like how Instead of them just happily waltzing off there, we have Saren kidnap and torture Zeke into telling him where Eden is. And oh my god, Zeke. I got really emotional at the end just seeing Allie's reactions to all this. She finally lets these like emotional barriers down and, you know, lets herself care for someone. Like really, really care for someone, and they are ripped away from her. And just, I'm so scared to see what she becomes in the next book, knowing that this one person she has grown to care for is gone, and she feels it's her fault. I'm terrified to see if she becomes someone like cold and heartless like Jackal. Then at the very, very end, we get a little like dialogue bit with Saren, and he's just kind of thinking aloud and musing to himself. And I'm assuming he has Zeke's body with him, which is kind of raising some red flags right now, because it's like, if Zeke was dead, why would he bring the body with him? Why would he not just leave it for Allie? You know, he tortured Zeke, so chances are good he was in pretty bad shape when he was done. So, you know, if Zeke was dead, why not just leave him there to, like, push her over to the edge more? So, part of me is thinking he is still alive, and that could mean two things in this case. He is either on the verge of death, a few things actually. He is a vampire, or he is now a rabbit, and for some reason Saren is bringing him along. No idea why, but it's possible. This guy's a little wonky, so anything's possible. That little cliffhanger-esque thing, not a complete cliffhanger, but enough to make me want to pick up the third book this instant. So, still absolutely loving this series. I think Julie Kagawa is a brilliant writer, and I have a feeling she's just going to become one of those authors where I'm going to immediately love anything she publishes. So, that is it for this book review, and I hope to see you guys next time. So, see ya!